Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another fabulous episode of a wondrous, wonderful episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Good to see you. Thanks for watching. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about Gal Gadot. I don't know much about her, and I know that she's going to be playing Wonder Woman or Diana or both in the upcoming follow-up to Man of Steel, whatever that may be. Batman vs. Superman, Batman vs. Superman, and Wonder Woman, Batman and Superman meet the Amazon. But I wanted to talk about what I had said a few weeks ago when she was first cast, and everybody was, "Hey, she's too small! Hey, she's too skinny!" If you look to my left and you look to my right, you can see some pictures, the standard look of Wonder Woman. These are from last relaunch before the New 52. So she looks a little bit different, but her body type is still about the same. She's tall and lanky, with a physically fit shape. I would say that Gal Gadot was already physically fit. She doesn't have taut muscles, but if you look at these pictures, you just see a little bit of definition. She's not a monster. She doesn't look like a wrestler. She's not China from the WWE, even though back when it was still called the WWF and people were talking about who should be cast as Wonder Woman, there were a lot of fans saying China would be perfect. China's probably too big for She-Hulk. If you look at the pictures of She-Hulk in the comics, she kind of has a body like Wonder Woman with her arms and legs slightly more defined and a little bit bigger. But as you can see with Wonder Woman, she is defined and she is kind of tall. But the word Amazon doesn't necessarily mean on Themyscira what it means in our world. Like, if I see a big giant woman, I sometimes say, wow, she's an Amazon. She's taller than me. She's tall, and really muscular. Amazon can mean really big woman, but it can also mean, I guess, warriors of Greece, female warriors, but not necessarily really large. She's not really large. She's slightly shorter than Superman, who I guess is traditionally 6'3" or 6'4". And, of course, Dean Cain was 5'11". And she's got some muscles, but not big, giant muscles. She's got a sexy, effeminate body with some taut, physically fit muscles. I mean, in this picture, you can barely see the muscles at all. So, like with Superman and mullet, not mullet, a lot of times it comes down to who's drawing her. I guess she's bigger at times, but she's never Hulk size. She's never giant size. Xena Warrior Princess, back in the day when that show was on, people were talking about the actress there playing her, Lucy Lawless, would be good to play Wonder Woman, and she had the right body type. She was physically fit, and she didn't even have giant muscles a lot of times, as far as I remember, but I couldn't watch those shows. They were too silly and corny. Hoping, and based on Man of Steel, I have no reason to believe why this version of Wonder Woman will have any kind of camp or corniness to it. I'm so glad that the Wonder Woman TV series didn't get off the ground, the one that they were just working on not too long ago. And I hope we all love the costume, and I think Gal Gadot could be a perfectly fine Wonder Woman. I mean, like Jesse Eisenberg, when she was cast, people couldn't really see her as Wonder Woman because she was a model and she was, people said, waif thin or too skinny. But she's already posted some pictures to, I guess, her blog or somewhere on her website showing her getting some muscle. And, of course, we're going to see them working with Jim Jones on the behind-the-scenes features of this new movie, just like we did on the other movie, the woman who played Feora. She worked out not as much as Superman because we were going to see him with his shirt off and things like that, but she got into shape. She got stronger. She got more warrior-like. She learned how to do some fighting things because she was going to be very physical in the movie, and I think that's the same thing that's going to happen if you read about it. It says she's working with swords, she's doing martial arts training, and she's doing weightlifting for her arms. Now, granted, she's never going to be as strong and as big as me because I can bench like 80 pounds. So, but, let's not set too high a bar. My bar is like 10 pounds, and I add like 70 onto it. And I can bench that like 8 times. So, that's really a big deal, and let's hope she'll reach that. But, clearly we can see that she's working out, and that's what I said before. So, let's calm down. And, of course, this is contrary to what I've been saying about Jesse Eisenberg, which is, he's not the type in my eye that will be the physically imposing Luthor. So why do I say that when I tell you to calm down about Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman? Same as you. I had a vision in my mind for what I hoped they would approach with Luthor in this movie, and one we hadn't seen yet. We've seen the smarmy little teenager who grows up rich because his dad was rich. We've seen the goofy guy who lived in the subway who had money and steals money from old ladies. I was hoping to see the businessman, imposing guy who knows more martial arts guy. Michael Rosenbaum had some of that too, but he was also a skinny, lanky kid. So, you know, that's the difference there. Wonder Woman is kind of generally what she is. And you look at Linda Carter in the old series, she wasn't giant or physically imposing either, and everybody's still clamoring to cast her. So, you know, I think it's going to be fine. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, when I spin around, a tiara and star-spangled panties appear on me.